People don't use breathwork, or people don't use our app because they want to practice breathwork every day. They use our app because they want to be better human beings. They want to perform better in life. People were, free of prescriptive medicine, healed their attention deficit problems, they had chronic migraine, they healed chronic pain, healed panic attack, anxiety, past traumas, addiction problems, psychological issues, and we are living with breath. We all know that our organs, cells, tissues, our whole body stays healthy and well, stays alive. Our cells renew themselves by using breath. Without breath, there's no life. If you're someone who wants to be healthier, who wants to achieve better, who wants to be a high performer and manifest their dreams, more energy, beautiful skin, you'd better start breathing. Our physiology learns by itself, and knowing something is very different than experiencing it. As the Breath Up family, we spent the last 2 years getting feedback from our customers, doing surveys and trying to understand what they really want, what they really want. Because I knew from the start that it's not usually breath work that people want. It's either easing or healing chronic pain, that's why people use breath work, or it's either living a better life by improving your breath, or it's taking time to heal your relationships by focusing on your breath and building more awareness. Or maybe it's easing your fear or panic that's been building for many years. People don't use breathwork, or people don't use our app because they want to practice breathwork every day. They use our app because they want to be better human beings. They want to perform better in life. They use it because they want the awareness regular breathwork brings them. And people use our app because they want to perform better in all areas of life, and they know they can do it with breathwork. So we keep on creating great content so that they can breathe more and they can have more energy, more self-esteem, more power, more resilience. That's what they are after. They want to run longer, they want to work harder and achieve more. Our users are people who want to conquer the world. They're not ordinary people. They are leaders from all around the world. They want to be the champions of their lives. They want to master and govern all areas of their lives. They're after manifesting their dreams. That's why they use our app to learn and understand and to connect with the life force energy, pure creative power, to be able to govern that power, use it wisely, and create the life of their dreams. Other people usually underestimate the power of their own breath, and yet we all know that without breath, there is no life. We take our first breath and come to life, we give our last and we die. What we call life is simply the number of inhales and exhales we took, and the rest are details. So anyone on the self-mastery path knows, who want to master their lives, mastering your breath means mastering your life. I don't think it would ever be possible to master life without mastering our breath, because breath is pure awareness. So our users are those who want to master their lives. So we are dedicated to delivering great content, intelligent content, fun content, combined with techniques so that they can keep on practicing breathwork. They can keep on building awareness. They can keep on building the power, the creative force, energy to build the life of their dreams. I have been studying, reading, researching, and teaching breathing sciences for over 20 years. I had the privilege to train and certify over 2,000 breath workers, and over 40,000 people joined my retreats, courses, seminars, webinars all around the world. And this was before the pandemic happened. And I haven't seen anyone, even one individual, whose life didn't change. I was traveling around the world a few years ago, and anyone who was able to start practicing breathwork daily was able to change their lives. And many years ago, at first, when I first started teaching, I couldn't understand the magic behind it. People were, free of prescriptive medicine, healed their attention deficit problems, they had chronic migraine, they healed chronic pain, healed panic attack, anxiety, past traumas, addiction problems, psychological issues. In less than a year, even in a couple of months, people became better people, and every day as they practiced breathing techniques, they built awareness of life. And so I wanted to learn more, and I tapped into breathing sciences. I read over 400 books on respiratory sciences, and in the end, I realized that our breath is the most powerful tool on earth. So I went on a mission to introduce this amazing tool to hundreds of thousands and hundreds of millions of people. But the thing is, you see, as a teacher, I have limited energy, I have limited time, so I was like certain that I can't train hundreds of millions of people. So I'm very glad the pandemic happened, because I realized that the only way I could reach to that number or, fulfill my mission was not by, teaching, but by creating great products that can serve hundreds of millions of people around the world. And my companies were doing great. I was, investing in a lot of stuff, including startups. And, I was supporting startups. I loved the startup environment. I also had some investments in real estate and stocks and all that. And I started thinking maybe it's time to, invest in my own project. And one of my friends who did have a startup told me, like, you invested in all these projects, in all these people, and you love creating new platforms and content, and you're doing great with your life. Why don't you bring all that content you've been teaching and all this, teachers together and build this community and, build this startup? And why don't you invest in your own startup? At first I was kind of like, my schedule was packed. This is before the Zoom meetings became a normal part of our lives. I had a retreat every 2 weeks, somewhere around the world. I had certificate programs every month. I was giving seminars in big companies like Vodafone, ING Bank, HSBC, Microsoft, and many more. And I had a lot of responsibilities going on. I was the president of Breath Coaching Federation. I was teaching at Breathing Sciences faculty, also vice president at Graduate School of Behavioral Health Sciences. I was on the advisory board of a few companies. I had too much on my plate. So, and by the way, on top of these, I was, one-on-one working with professional athletes and celebrities. And knowing what it took to build a startup and grow a startup, I said no. But then the pandemic happened. Everything changed. I stopped traveling, and instead of leading retreats, I started teaching online. I started gathering all the students around the world in one Zoom room, and instead of giving regular seminars and webinars and certificate programs every month, I created digital training programs which freed me and which gave me all the time to build my dream. I had all the time in the world, not all the time in the world. I'm still mentoring, but it takes just a couple of hours weekly. And intuitively, I know this was the moment I was waiting for. The world was demanding a main breathwork hub. I had a very clear vision about what I wanted to do, with the rest of my life. So I was this time like very ready, and I had the resources as a founder to invest in this project. I knew the startup environment, and I had the time. So I was kind of like, and I love what I'm doing. I was like, yeah, that's it. And we built Breath Hub, and it's a project, even at an early stage, which has great retention rates, and our users love our product and they love using it. And with breathwork, the thing is, because breathwork changes our physiology, even in a couple of minutes, you can heal and ease many problems. A lot of people think meditation and breathwork are alike, or breathwork is only used in relaxation, but actually, breathwork changes our physiology, it changes our chemistry. It is much more real, down to earth, than meditation or spiritual practices, because you're changing your physiology. And you don't need to be on a spiritual path to practice breathwork. You can be very much focused on building wealth. You can be very much focused on business. You can use 2 minutes of a breathing exercise before you go on a meeting, before you're pitching to someone, for more concentration, for more focus, for more energy. You can use breath work, for example, for more energy, to build endurance, to have more energy before you run a few miles. You can use breath work if you're a professional athlete, or you can use breath work if you want to become a professional speaker, or if you want to work on your acting. So there are a lot of reasons why people use breath work and how people use breath work, and we are gathering all these reasons under one platform. You can find all of the breathing techniques you need with amazing content, with fun, interesting content on BreathUp platform. I'm certain that anyone who's watching this video If they try, they're gonna love the content. Content is king, so we're creating brilliant content each and every day so that you can keep on practicing breath and focusing on your breath and become better human beings and tap into the next level of humanity. Thank you. First of all, I'm certain that in 10 years' time, breathwork will be part of medical care. When you think of it, it's even a bit late. I don't even understand why it's not part of medical care. And it's also, I think, weird that breathwork isn't taught in schools. We learn maths, history, physics, all kinds of stuff, but nobody teaches us the importance of our breath, how to best use it, and we are living with breath. We all know that our organs, cells, tissues, our whole body stays healthy and well, stays alive. Our cells renew themselves by using breath. Without breath, there's no life. And there are millions of people out there who are not using their full breathing capacity, who are not using their full brain capacity, having all these problems, weak immune systems due to wrong breathing habits. Most people breathe shallow and no longer how, it is hard to survive for them. And of course, there are those people, leaders, champions, overachievers, who breathe better than anyone. They live better than anyone because they have more energy, they have more inspiration, they are more healthy, intelligent, full of life. Imagine someone who has more oxygen in their brain is functioning better, their organs are renewing themselves. That's why their skin is shining and they're brilliant and with inspiration. So ever wondered why you have all these skin problems or your skin is not shining and the other people have shining skins, and not many people, by the way. Most people don't use their full capacity when it comes to breath. That's why they can't use their full capacity. That's why their cells are not regenerating, renewing themselves. That's why 70% of the young generation is having attention deficit problems. They do not have enough oxygen in their brains. No wonder why they can't concentrate. No wonder why they can't learn, or no wonder why people can't focus when they're reading something. It's because of breathing. How well you're doing in life is all about how well you're breathing. Again, back to basics. Your body, your brain, tissues live with breath and die without breath. If you're not breathing properly, you're dying each and every day, literally. Your cells are dying, your skin stops renewing itself, you start eating more, gain weight because you don't have enough oxygen and enough energy left in your body. You feel depressed because there is no life in your blood, in your cells, got it? If you're someone who wants to be healthier, who wants to achieve better, who wants to be a high performer and manifest their dreams, more energy, beautiful skin, you'd better start breathing. I know it's hard. It's really hard to practice breathing techniques every day, especially if you're by yourself, because it's boring. That's why we have Breath Hub. That's why I founded Breath Hub. And I haven't seen anyone who can do that, like practice breath work by themselves. Even if you knew all of the techniques, hundreds of them, it is very hard. Even the teachers can't do it. Like sit down every day, focus on your breath, keep on practicing. That's why we have a whole world of content. That's why we exist. We create amazing content. You can listen to a different breathwork session every day, just 3 to 5 minutes. We deliver new techniques, new content, amazing fun content. We give you the exercises to practice and the content to think about. We bring breathwork into your life. We create sessions day after day, and you can use breathwork as an awareness and performance tool as well, because it's just for $6. It can be a yearly subscription. It's just for $6 a month. It's just brilliant. And if you are someone who wants to master life, start with mastering your breath. Downloading Breath Hub, starting with the breath analysis, checking what you're doing wrong, and then starting a customized journey will literally give you everything you want in life. Don't wait. Do it now. Yes, as the Breath Hub family, we are very focused on creating a community and also dedicated breathers, dedicated breath workers and breathers, people who practice breath work. Because as breath workers, experts from the field, the breathing sciences field, we know that community is very important to keep on practicing, because we all have been getting amazing results by building communities to support people. And now we have over 400 teachers in the Breath Up community all over the world, and they have different views on breathing. So the community gives us the privilege to be able to deliver different sessions and different courses from all kinds of experiences from all around the world. Most people are usually aware, or they know about the popular methods like Wim Hof, rebirthing, yogic breathing, pranayama, etc. But actually, there are over 1,000 ways to breathe and over, 800 different breathing techniques. There are certain breathing techniques only used in acting practices. There are techniques only used in meditation, only used during pregnancy, during childbirth. Over 100 techniques for people who want to lose weight and who want to get fitter and who want to have more endurance, for professional sports people, fitness, Pilates, if you want to build muscle, if you want to be much more strong and healthy in your physical body. And not many people know about them. And you can find these techniques, like you can Google and find these techniques everywhere, like the techniques for pregnancy or the techniques for this, for that. Not all of them, but still it's very hard to practice. It's very hard to concentrate and practice. And unless you concentrate and practice breathwork every day, unless breathwork becomes a habit, you don't get the results. How do I know? Because even I, even with the knowledge and with the expertise I have, if I didn't practice breathing techniques, I would still have pain in my body. I would still have negative thoughts, which I'm not experiencing anymore. So it's because I know it's very hard practicing the techniques every day. I led my team to create amazing content so that people can use daily content. And if you practice daily, it's kind of like playing tennis. You learn, you can learn how to play tennis from everywhere. Like you can know about all the right moves and how to use your racket and what to do when. But all that information doesn't mean you can play great tennis. Because to play great tennis, you need to practice. Your body, your physiology has to learn the moves. Your physiology learns separate from you. So you have to practice every day to be a great tennis player. It's the same thing, so that your moves become automatically. It's the same thing. Our physiology learns by itself, and knowing something is very different than experiencing it. So a perfect breathing habit is learned. It's a physiological habit. Knowing the techniques aren't enough. If you want to get to a level of sustainable health and well-being, you need to practice breathwork every day. And it's very hard to do this every day. We know. That's why there is Breath Up. We create interesting content, fun, enjoyable breathing sessions for you to keep on practicing so that you can get the best results. We are building a community of breathers so that you can help each other, support each other. You can contact with teachers, reserve private sessions, watch their live videos, listen to their sessions, so that you can master your life and help others in your community master their lives.